In my dream, I was at this house and I had a little motorcycle there. It was like a 80cc bike, and then I also had a Mazda Miata, and there was we were barbecuing there. I was with some other people, and then my friend Katie, who does Kajikembo with us, she was there, and I went to get some chicken, and I brought some chicken back, and I was barbecuing, but then somehow I made my way to a KFC and I bought like a bunch of chicken and some sides, and I came back to the place where we were barbecuing this house, and I had the bags of sides and chicken, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, whoa, look at that." And then Katie wanted some chicken also. And then I took it in the house, and there was these two young kids, like, 19, 20, and they were kind of part of the crew there, and then they ended up taking some chicken, and then so I only got one piece of chicken to eat, and I had to, I don't know what happened to the cooking chicken, but I'm like, oh, I'll just go back, and I went back to KFC and got more chicken, and they didn't have separate thighs, they only had thighs with the leg connected, and I got two of those, and those 20-year-old kids were there too, and they got some, and then they left, and then after they left, I left, and then on my way home, I somehow lost my way. I took a wrong turn, and then I found myself like in this alley, and I was there, and I had a dog, and then I'm like waiting, like trying to figure out the GPS, and I had this little Garmin GPS, and I kept trying to put in the Katie's address because it was Katie's house. That's right. And somehow I couldn't get past the zip code, and then the dog, there was we were at the end of an alley, and there was something happening, and then this like rent-a-cop came by, and he's like, what are you doing? And, like, I'm trying to make a way home, and then the cop left, and then there was like, we were at this end of this alley, and there was a fence, and the dog kept looking out over to the fence, and then I had to reset the dog's collar. It was a pinch collar, and then the dog was like a human, and then I find myself fixing this pinch collar on this human, and then at the end of the alley, a door opens, and there's like a people there that are going to execute somebody, and then there was another person with us, and I was like, yeah, you got to take him, not my dog. This is my dog. This human is my dog. And then somehow I like make my way back into the car, driving back home. I don't know if my dog is with me anymore, and then trying to get back on the right way, it kind of taken the wrong turn, and then I break out my phone and start to use that as the GPS, and then I find myself back at Katie's house, and I'm kind of like, looking around to see if I left anything. Oh, to deal with my motorcycle, and I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to take it back with me or not. And then I walk kind of through the little, the house has like a little side yard where you can pull the car all the way in, and I see that there's the grill, and even though everything's been put out, there's one piece of wood that's still on fire. And I get that, and I stick it into the mud. There's wet mud there. And then there's something about the neighbor, some neighbor girl. She's like, you gotta put it out, and and then the dream ends, and that's it.